Happy day, YouTube. How's it going? Josie here. Nature talk, nature talk. I was today I was thinking a lot about the problem, the main problem with yoga. Problem with yoga. So the way I see it is the main problem with yoga is there are a lot of people teaching yoga nowadays who aren't very qualified, especially in gyms. Now, why is this a problem? This is a problem because yoga, just like any sport or any exercise, you can get injuries. There are people who have broken their spine doing yoga. Broken their spine. So, I'm not saying necessarily that our government should regulate it better. I don't know if that would really fix the problem. But it does frustrate me when I go to a yoga class at a gym, the teacher who obviously has no idea what they're doing, because people can be seriously injured doing yoga, and what can be a medicine for the back and cure back problems can actually create back problems if yoga is not done with awareness. And why is that? Because everyone comes to yoga with a different past, different idiosyncrasies and imbalances in the body. And unless you have a very qualified teacher who not only teaches the asana, the exercises, the yoga poses, but also teaches the aspect of awareness, then someone could be seriously injured. Because, like, for instance, with me, I have a twisted spine. And I did yoga for a long time without awareness of my twisted spine, and I think I did create some problems. But because of that, the alignment is very difficult for me. I have to practice yoga with extreme awareness in order to have good alignment. And if you don't have good alignment, not only do you not get the benefit of the pose, but you can create injuries in the body, accumulated injuries or acute injuries, depending on what you're doing. And also, so like, if someone comes to yoga and they have scoliosis, right? Now, if they practice yoga under a qualified instructor with awareness, you can actually correct scoliosis with yoga. It can be a powerful tool and medicine for someone with scoliosis, but only if you're doing it with awareness. Otherwise, you could actually make the problem worse. And people don't realize that. So they're like, doctors will always say, people with back problems, try yoga. Yes, that's good. Try yoga if you're working with a qualified teacher. Be very careful. Another yoga warning. I'm all about these yoga warnings. Be careful practicing yoga with unqualified teachers. And then, how do you know if they're qualified or not? Well, that's a very good question. Just ask them. Ask them. Ask them what their training was. And go to a lot of different teachers. But that's my best advice, because I find that, especially in gyms, not always, but a lot of the time, they're not very qualified. Like, these people, they don't even know what they're doing. It's really bizarre. And the reason for that is that gyms don't pay their yoga teachers anything, and so they can't keep good yoga teachers. they actually send yoga teachers to their own training. And so it's not the best training. They're not getting the holistic approach of the mind part of it, like the awareness part of it, because yoga is not just the exercises. It's not just the asanas. It's breath work and it's awareness and all those things. So yeah, those were my thoughts this morning as I was practicing my yoga practice, probably because I ended up at another class where someone wasn't, in my opinion, didn't seem very qualified. She was kind of giving bad advice, or at least advice that I wouldn't teach as a yoga teacher, and I don't think is very good advice. But yeah, so just my thoughts, throwing them out there. Yoga warnings: be very careful with your body. It's got to last you to the end. Practice yoga with awareness, and it can be a great tool in medicine for your back, for your mind, your body, and your spirit. Om Namah Shivaya.